for the change. All the promise when they make, they don't be like saying a fake. Where the money, where the food? Cause everybody want improve. Since you come, no tears and pain, oh, oh, oh. We don't tire to complain, oh. Only you and your people, they chop all the loot where you gather. Now enjoyment today, you know come presidency to suffer. The rule Nigeria like say now war.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, Maiyegun don't come. Him go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we loud, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun Diary Politico, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. And in the touchlight every corner, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai. Them be promise us say we go get light and power. Nah. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Sure. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power. Over naira. See them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you loud, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun Diary Politico, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Maiyegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Maiyegun Diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you loud, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make you shout, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun Diary Politico, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun la wa mo, la mo do 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 do. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one. Maiyegun la wa mo, la mo do 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 do. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one. Maiyegun ti dé o, ọ̀rẹ́ ará ìlú. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one. Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. Maiyegun Diary.
Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, good evening to you from wherever you are watching from.
Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Bó bá ṣe àdìmáyé.
So this is Maiyegun live, and thank you so much for joining me again tonight. So as you are joining the Temple of Truth tonight, don't forget, drop your offering by the door and get seated comfortably. Just before you get relaxed, don't forget that your offering, drop it. And take your time as well to read the description of this broadcast, read the caption, read the description, and then maybe, you know, you can add your own comment and contribution, I would say. However, there will be a point where I will likely, you know, take calls. So if I do take calls, you can also call in to contribute.
Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé.
Tell them.
Òṣèlú ẹ̀ súnra jù. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀ súnra jù. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook.
Mọ́mí Ọjọ́ra Elizabeth, àlàáfíà ni mo wà mà. Ẹ̀yin ńkọ́? Ṣàlàáfíà ni.
Àní ẹ̀ súnra jù. Maiyegun ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Maiyegun máa bí. Àní ẹ̀ súnra jù. Maiyegun ti dé. Ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Maiyegun máa bí. Àní ẹ̀ súnra jù. Maiyegun ti dé. Thank
you so much for joining me. Let's get started. We are starting late. So, yeah. Good evening to you. Good morning to you. Good afternoon to you from wherever you are watching from. And again, tonight, this is Maiyegun live. Now, if you have read the caption of this broadcast, which is in parts, I'll go straight to the description, the other body part of this conversation tonight from yesterday, when it was like yesterday, Sunday, the 3rd of March, was an agreed date for all the clergymen in Nigeria to speak out, even if they are in bed with the same politicians who have brought this upon the people. So, Baba Adeboye, Pastor E.A. Adeboye, broke the table yesterday when he decided to tell his congregation the truth. Even though the truth, as some have come to, express their own concern, they said, even the truth is not so straightforward. And I said, now from 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 the movement of hands, that's when you start, dancing. So if they have been telling their congregation that this is spirit, this sin that, manipulating them from the truth of why Nigeria is what it is and why their life is being made miserable in their supposed country. So if they choose to start saying the truth to their congregation, we continue to help them explain it better to their congregation. So that's what happened yesterday. Baba Adeboye finally came out to list some of the atrocities of APC. Egbekegbe, Bokwari Oshunbade, that's a Buhari Oshibajo. Presidency of APC, Egbekegbe in Nigeria. So in order to make this make sense to you as a compilation, let's start from what Baba Adeboye said yesterday. Somebody else said another thing as well. His name is Pastor Adefarati. Now, somehow the church now believe that they could pull a vote of 15 to 20 million of their own church members and then be politically partisan and choose the right, responsible people for Nigeria. That was what Adefarati said. Somehow, the revolution is brewing. And please don't tell me not to be deceived. Nobody can deceive me. But there will always be actions and counter-action and contrary action and opposite action that will always be like reactionary action that will be following one action after the other. Okay? In my own world, it is a good thing. Right? So, yeah, let's start with Baba Adeboye. As a reminder, Kaduna, no-go area. You cannot travel by road. You cannot travel by rail. You cannot travel by air. What else is left for Nigeria? Nigeria is finished. But Adeboye didn't say that. At least he said this.
You can't go to Kaduna by road. You can't go to Kaduna by air. You can't go to Kaduna by train. Question number 1, why Kaduna? Question number 2, who is trying to isolate Kaduna? Question number 3, why? Question number 4, after Kaduna, which next? More than 80% of all the oil we are producing is being stolen. And nobody had denied it. It came from the government. Number 1. Who is the one stealing the oil? Number two, where is the money going to? 80% of what should have been the income of a nation is going to the hand of some people. What do they want to do with the money? Who are the foreign nations buying this stolen oil? How many of these nations of the world are your friends? More than 90% of our income from the leftover of the oil that was stolen. We are using it to pay the interest of the money we have already borrowed. And then it is news. I'm sure you listen to the news. We are borrowing more. Meaning what? According to a friend of mine, we are moving steadily to bankruptcy. If that God does not intervene, your children, your grandchildren, your great-grandchildren will still be paying debt.
That is what we want them to tell their congregation. The reason why they are poor. But some people are saying that Baba Adeboye could have just put a call through to fake Pastor Ruga. Is the number 2 man in Nigeria. Fake Pastor Ruga could have given him the answers. But some of us already have the answers. Maybe it's going to take Baba Gio and the church and all the other people who are going to talk. Maybe it's going to take them another 1 year before they'll finally come and agree with us. Are you with me? Ikene Shatabandu, fake Pastor Ruga, who is also the special advisor to Bokuwari on burial arrangements, condolences visits, and trader money, is the number 2 man in Nigeria, is the golden son of Redemption Camp, the Redeemed Church. But like we said, it will touch everybody one by one. Everybody. But let me give you an answer, one simple answer. This APC, Egbekegbe, which Tiflumbu, fake Pastor Ruga, and the rest of all those shameless, cold-hearted rogues dragged you into in 2015. Right? They said they were going to build one refinery every year, which means they will build 4 brand new refineries to refine your crude oil. So that with that, number 1, it will strengthen your naira so greatly. It will crash the cost of living inside Nigeria. It will create massive job inside Nigeria. Having 4 functional refineries that can generate electricity will also help cut down the poor electricity supply, generation and supply in Nigeria. 4 years, they were supposed to give you 4 refineries. But for the first 4 years, they were diverting your resources, your money, into building refineries in Niger Republic. In the process of making Niger Republic the 37th state of Nigeria, these rogues, they decided to go borrowing so that the rest of you can go sorrowing. They decided to go borrowing in order to lay the longest pipeline for crude oil pumping from Niger Delta to Niger Republic, and they celebrated it. 4 years, all the refineries they met, dead. The one refinery per year they promised you, crashed, dead. The same criminals said they were going to end fuel subsidy. Last, fuel subsidy payment doubled, tripled, quadrupled under these rogues. Now, Nigerians are now running helter-skelter like headless chickens. Country that is the second largest oil producer in the entire Africa, if not the world. They cannot refine their own crude oil because your government, the Fulani government of Nigeria, which Redeemed Church also helped bring to power, they were more interested in Niger Republic. Their governors in northern Nigeria, where every time they put budget together, they have to write and include Niger Republic in their budget. Nigeria Poor North, after taking the money from the general port of the Fulani government of Nigeria, after robbing Peter to pay Paul, when they received their share in northern Nigeria, the budget for security, healthcare, education, road, rail, and everything else to help build Niger Republic. I am not making this up, by the way. These are facts. Niger Republic became the 37th state of Nigeria, to the point that Nigeria Minister of Transportation, Rotifmi Amechi, that is the Ubima, Judas Iscariot, the Nigeria Minister of Transportation, on the national TV, he was defending Niger Republic because Nigeria under this APC, Egbekegbe, decided to use the name of Nigeria to borrow over $6 billion in order to construct rail line from northern Nigeria to Maradi in Niger Republic. And Niger Republic will pay $0. Nigeria will borrow $6.5 billion. Every time Nigeria go out borrowing, Nigerians go sorrowing. Your naira gets devaluated. Your economy further crashed. Businesses lost, job loss, and livelihood loss. And most importantly, self-esteem lost. When people became poorer, they became more weaker and more controllable by the criminals called APC, Egbekegbe. So, the poverty in Nigeria, the insecurity in Nigeria is all man-made and now escalated by the APC, Egbekegbe. So you won't have refineries because the Niger Republic is getting that. You won't have a walking rail line within the commercial city and commercial region of Nigeria, which is the southern part of Nigeria. Amechi was on national TV defending the intention of borrowing money at high interest rates to be paid by generations of poor Nigerians in order to placate the Niger Republic. So, the damnation of a country 7 years down the line, 80% of Nigeria crude oil is now being declared stolen. Do you know that there is difference between finished and completely finished? Before the misadventure of APC, Egbekegbe, Nigeria was finished. When they came in as the undertaker, they have now completely finished Nigeria. The reality that many are still battling, struggling to come to terms with. Since they came in, they didn't just finish Nigeria, they completely finished Nigeria. They escalated insecurity on purpose. Pastor Adeboye said, you cannot travel to Kaduna by road. You cannot travel to Kaduna by air. You cannot travel to Kaduna by rail. And then Pastor Adeboye asked, after Kaduna, first he asked, why Kaduna? Then he asked again, after Kaduna, where is next? And so my Biafran brothers and sisters said, good morning, Pastor Adeboye. You did ask question that why Kaduna? After Kaduna, where is next? Sorry, sir. Good morning. Because now when person wake up, be home money. Now from my Biafran brothers, I learned that one. They say, oh, you don't wake up. Good morning, oh. Because whenever you wake up, even at 4 p.m., you wake up, now good morning. Baba, they ask where is next. On Kaduna, we had Benue, we have Katsina, we have Niger, we have Sokoto, the headquarters of ISWAP, we have Ibarapa, we have Ayete, we have Igangan, we have Okeogun, we have Olu, we have Osu, we have the entire Imo, the entire Abia, the entire Biafra land, occupied by state agents, slaughtering innocent people, burning down properties. And they too are asking themselves, why us? It's just that they never had a bigger voice to help them ask, like Baba Adeboye. Biafrans are asking. The victims of the Fulani invasion in southern Nigeria have been asking, why us? Why? When they are done with these people, who is next? That's why people said, Baba Adeboye, good morning, sir.
Number 2, where is the money going to? 80% of what should have been the income of a nation is going to the hand of some people. That's a lot of money, man. What do they want to do with the money? That's question number 3. Question number 4. Who are the foreign nations buying this stolen oil? Question number 5. How many of these nations of the world are your friends? So you can see the reason why I'm not thinking of 2023. Maybe that's why God has not spoken to me about that, because there is a lot to deal with now. Do I tell you one more thing? It is open secret. It's in the news. Undenied. That more than 90% of our income, more than 90% of the money we get from the leftover of the oil that was stolen, we are using it to pay the interest of the money we have already borrowed. More than 90%. And then it is news. I'm sure you listen to the news. We are borrowing more. Meaning what? According to a friend of mine, we are moving steadily to bankruptcy. A whole nation. My beloved Nigeria is moving steadily towards
bankruptcy. Make I help and complete am. Wetin Baba never do, Pastor Adebo, what he is yet to do is to mention names. Baba, mention names. Buhari has failed. Mention names. Oshunbade fake Pastor Ruga has failed. Mention names, Baba. Don't just say, where are the money? Where is the money going to? Some of the money, they come back to Redeem Church as well. I don't have problem with that because, you know. But tell them, talk them, say na them. If you talk them like, say na them. Fake Pastor Ruga, ole, Tifnumbu, ole. What's that Tifnumbu's wife's name? Give me that name again. We have a name for her. Remi Werekwe. Remi Werekwe. Pastor Remi Werekwe. Ole. Pastor Yemi Oshunbade Oshibajo. Fake Pastor Ruga. Ole. No come here again. You be ole. Where you they take all the money to do the maths? They were taking everything to Niger Republic. Pastor Ruga. Fake Pastor Ruga. Fake Pastor Ruga is there. In that same Redeemed Church. We would like to see, you know, I would like something like this from Babawa Adeboye, you know. Not that they have to do it right now, but I mean, something like this, Imam.
Today, we are going to... Is there nobody to take responsibility? I want to believe that we have all failed. I mean, I failed as an imam to teach you that life is sacred. You all failed as parents to teach your children that killing is bad. Our community leaders failed. Our politicians failed. Governors failed. Especially His Excellency, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. You have failed us. We have your video telling Nigerians that the military is capable. Our military is capable. It has all the requirements to tackle this insurgency. And if you are voted into power, you are going to make sure that happens in a short time. You have given 4 years an addition. Yet, people are dying like fowls. Killing is becoming norm in Nigeria under your watch, Mr. President. If there is no Nigerian to tell you, I will take the responsibility of telling you, and I will take the responsibility of the consequences, because the life and properties of Nigerians is above all. Let me tell you, Mr. President, under your watch, bandits are taxing Nigerians. Is that the provision of the Constitution of Nigeria? Under the provision of Constitution of Nigeria, no one has the right to tax any Nigerian, except being authorized by the federal government.
But in Nigeria, as you are watching this video, men, you know, let's put it this way. In northern Nigeria, to start with, more than 60% of their land in that northern Nigeria, that you know, where all these different jihadist terrorists are in charge of governance there. Most of all those lands you are seeing there, they are now controlled by terrorists. Niger State, one of the biggest states by land in Nigeria, Niger State, 12 local government areas, 12. Local government is not like you are counting town 1, town 2, town 3, or 12 towns. 12 local government areas comprising of hundreds of towns and villages. They are now under the control of terrorists, and they are coexisting. You know what I mean? It's like, look at it this way. If you are from Yoruba land, for example, let's use Lagos. So imagine, Lagos have 20 local government areas and 37 SCD areas. That's a local council area or something, making it 57. But let's use the official local government, 20. Now, just imagine it for a second. That yes, Lagos State is still there. Sanwo-Olu is still going about as governor. But out of the 20 local governments, about 8 of them are now being controlled by terrorists. And all of you living in those areas, those local government areas, they don't bond you well. Maybe you don't pay your tax. They don't bond you well. You pay your tax to the terrorists. If you don't pay, they kill you. That's exactly what they have in Niger State. That's what they have in Sokoto State. That's what they have in Borno State. That's what they have in Zamfara State. That's what they have currently in Katsina State. That's what they have in Yobe. That's what they have in Kerbi. That's what they, all this Benue everywhere. Terrorists, city takeover everywhere. But to all of you in southern Nigeria, from Lagos, Ibadan, all those places, you are just reading the news of terrorists kidnap this, terrorists kill that, terrorists this, and all of that. In northern Nigeria, they have made them look like they are coexisting. Now from northern Nigeria, police station, that was I think that was as far back as 2000 and I think it was as far back as 2013. Local government, police station, they are closing at 4 p.m. for security reason. I don't know if all of you remember that. It started from northern Nigeria. Today, some of those towns, villages, local government areas, there are no police stations there. No police, no soldier, no nothing. They're like, you coming from Lagos. And they say, you see Ikorodu local government, and all the towns, Ishawo, all those places where they're under Ikorodu. Now the terrorists, they control them. And the police know, Nigeria military know, the politicians know, everybody knows. They don't go there. But to you in southern Nigeria, it is still the same. One arewa not. One arewa not. The north is so powerful. You are not seeing the picture. Their politicians have lost ground. They brought in terrorists, but they have lost ground. But in keeping the secret away, that's why they have to keep power. Trust me, that's why they have to keep the power. Because which country will cede any part of any part of its own territory to terrorists? And the same country is now is now presenting the terrorists as bandits. Now, if you now talk to Nigerians, they say, which one do you prefer, bandits or Boko Haram? They will say, I still prefer bandits. That's how they confuse them. That's how they use the media to manipulate them. That is how they manage to psychologically condition them, and the way they receive the news of the terrorism and the war going on in northern Nigeria, which has now enveloped the rest of Nigeria, by the way. That's the war. I'm still coming to that too. Territories are controlled by terrorists in Nigeria officially. Police station. Before now, like I said, they used to close. They will say, we open at 10 a.m. and we close at 4 p.m. So if you want to do any business with police, you have to come in between 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. because for security reasons, they have to close their... That is what the northern Nigeria is. But the same terrorists in your media, the politicians, they are intentionally calling them bandits. And they are hiding that from you, from southern Nigeria. Majority of you, all you actually want is, vibes and inshallah. Vibes and inshallah. And whatever thing that can come your way. So you are not paying attention. Until the news say, they don't want to pa uncle. Kí ló dé tó pa uncle? Pa uncle ní Kaduna ni uncle lọ fly ni. Àwọn bandits ló yin rocket. Báwo ni bandits ṣe máa yin rocket? Wọ́n ti pa uncle yín dànù. Kí ló uncle wa lọ ṣe ń Kaduna? I don't know business. Wọ́n ti pa uncle yín sí Kaduna. Until then that's when you be like, this country is a terrible country. This country is so, I don't even know that this country is this bad. If I know this, all those things. Now, when it touch you, and it's already touching everybody now. So they are managing that in northern Nigeria, and they are depleting the resources of the southern Nigeria, looting like, say, tomorrow no day. And if it's actually a place that things are working, these guys should be preparing to end up in jail with what they have done. Trust me, the atrocities they have done, they have committed. So we would like you, our man of God, our Baba Gio, my fellow Gio, because myself I be Baba Gio for the people, for the brethren in the temple of truth, TOT. So my fellow Gio, be like us, speak it out, be like Imam Khalidi. Imam Khalidi, Nuru Khalid. He said, I will take responsibility. If I cannot tell you that I have failed, I will take responsibility as a leader. Me, I never fail because me, I don't tell you since. Say now, Olori could be everybody. If you pay attention very well, they are working hand in hand. You are their own commodity. If they say they are trading people, they are scamming you as Nigerians. If you don't pay attention very well, yeah, you are what? You are the commodity they are trading on. Or trading in. Baba Khalid, Afa Khalid, Abi Imam Khalid, Abi Sheikh Khalid spoke the truth. Do you know the first person to respond and condemned Khalid is no other person than Sheikh Osman bin Gumi. Sheikh Osama bin Gumi, just same way he came for Oloye Sunday Igboho, the Yorubas who are also asking for self-determination because of all this old destruction that APC, Egbekegbe, has brought upon us, the damnation. It was Sheikh Osama bin Gumi that said Igboho is more dangerous than the Fulani terrorists, kidnapping, killing, and raping women and children. That's what he said. Bin Gumi came out again today and he said, you see that statement, let me share that statement with you. He said that statement of that imam of Abuja, Akpo quarters, legislative quarters, central mosque, where all the politicians go to pray. And they pretend that they actually believe in God. Now the Imam Bidato, Sheikh Osama bin Gumi, said that statement is worse than kidnapping. It's worse than killing people. Because the bandits, according to him, he said, the Fulani terrorists, they are just doing business. Right? But if you say Boko Haram has failed and the terrorists are killing people, that statement of yours, is worse than kidnapping. They don't sack Limamu, Abuja Mosque. They've sacked him. Before they suspended him. Social media reacted, people reacted. What nonsense is this? Which kind of government be this one again, self? No be waiting they happen, the guy talk. Which level now? What's all this? About this morning, they just call out, they say, you know, waiting, you guy, come. We know say you don't get follower for social media, be. This one Abuja Central Mosque. Okay? And the person we cook they control this place now, Sheikh Boko Haram. Do you understand? If nobody say everybody go complain, we suppose cut off your head, you know they criticize our Lord and our Savior, Boko Haram. Now we go sack you. Go and meet your friends on social media. Maybe they say reinstate. And maybe they come force us, may we reinstate you. They don't set their fire away simply because He said this.
Today, we are going to look at the relationship between Ramadan and dua, supplication. This is very important at a time when Nigeria is facing a very serious challenge. Everything is not working well. People are dying. Our roads are not secured. Most of the parts of the country is not secured. And the government is always telling us what we don't understand, that they are doing their best. And we deserve more than that, their best. That is what I always say. Yes, you said you are doing your best, but we as citizens are saying that we deserve more than that, your best, because we want a secured Nigeria. And what you are now telling us, that your concern is all about 2023 election. And what I'm advising the citizens to do is to send a message that yes, we are going to vote in 2023, but under condition that there must be security in Nigeria. Period to that, we are not going out to vote anything. If that's the only language you understand, we're going to speak it. Because our lives are important. We are people, we want to live. And our dignity is important as well. Our wealth is important. Every part and bit of us is important. Therefore, you must do something to scare our life and to make our security workable. We can't afford to be moving like this. People bombing our trains, killing our people, kidnapping our people as if there is no government in the country. They can gather information, they can gather intelligence information, they can dispatch information, they can dispatch intelligence information as if they are government of their own.
That's what he said. Now, I want you to, please, like I did yesterday when I was explaining this to you, again, yeah, I want you to, or should I say, I expected you to have paid attention to that message. His message is directly saying that if this insecurity continue as it is, which it will continue, that everybody should prepare and tell them that we are not voting, we are not participating in any election. Do you get that? Nobody said that, and we never receive the bloody wrath of these criminals. No election. Are you trying to tell people to tell us that, to chase us away? Are you saying, you know what, are you mad? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said there will be no election in Biafra land anymore. When they started, they said there is no singing of Nigerian national anthem in Biafra land anymore. There must never be any Nigerian flag in Biafra land anymore. Every time those orders were coming, Baba, they carry them out. So that means, this guy with this intention, Nigeria is going to break up. No, it's going to be a matter of time. We need to kill him. Whatever it's going to take, even if we have to break international law. And that's exactly what they did. They broke international law. They didn't care. International law, they broke, By the time they don't have all those power they have anymore, majority of them, you will be watching them on your TV, on your phones, when they are there in Hague, standing up for the trial or for their crime. Don't worry, let them enjoy the moment. Malamu, pandemic, and the rest of them. Even Bokwari and Pastor Ruga, just wait for it. Anyway, they call him a digital imam. And he came out and he pointed out exactly what is going on. And he said, why should you go and participate in an election which is purely valid? Thank you. Which is purely validation of this crooked arrangement, they went for him. Pray for him, because they can kill him. Igboho, Oloye Sunday Igboho came out and he said, we are not interested in election. Which election? Election Oshiwo. There will be no election in Yoruba land. We will be campaigning, we will be mobilizing Yorubas to leave Nigeria. See what happened? They killed 2 people quick. Because once you begin to make statements like that, it is what they know will eventually happen. But all their lives, they have been preventing that. They have been killing people. They've killed more than 10 million people simply because they want to keep Nigeria together by force. But they can't really keep it together for long. Trust me, they can't. Boko Haram did a so terrible job that even pastors are campaigning. Baba Adeboye, help me.
So if you are going to coach me correctly. Now I'm talking to those of you who are my children. You want to know the truth? Yes, the whole truth? Yes, and nothing but the truth? Yes, I'm talking of myself now. As of now, as I'm standing before you, I still don't know whether or not there will be an election next year. Don't say that Pastor Adeboye said there will be no election next year. That's not what I said. What was it I said? Adeboye does not know yet. Put the word yet. How come you don't know? Because my father hasn't talked to me about it at all. The last time we had an election, he spoke to me about the election by June of the previous year. And this is April. So it's not late. But he hasn't told me yet. He might have told you, some of you are prophets. You are closer to him. But is there any one of you here who can raise your hand to heaven and say, without any doubt, there will be an election in 2023? If you can tell us, stand up and we will clap for a prophet. I don't know yet. Remember to put the word yes.
Scope. I know some of you have already said that it's a scope. But again, like I always say to you, right? Leave the messenger now and pick some certain things from the message. Are you sure there will be election in 2023? I am 100% sure. Nothing can change it. This will not be spiritual. See, Baba said, Baba Adeboye said, God is not currently replying his text messages. Because I remember one time when Baba Adeboye said, he always says, send God messages, text messages through prayers. You know, he said, when I pray to God, that is me sending messages, text messages to God. So when I pray, I wait for God to reply me. Baba said he has been sending message to God. Baba, what's going to happen? He's not even asking who is going to be president. He said he's texting God, is there going to be election like this? And God, no reply yet. But maybe some of those his own children, maybe they have a closer relationship with God and they have a direct number, which Baba is yet to know. Now, Joko, and if he offend you, you can go to hell, okay? Please, don't even get me started, though. I'm just saying, So they say, Baba shall know, Baba, you heard him. But let me make it easier for you. Mo will take spirituality aside now. Mo will talk man to man. Come on, you're weak. You know what I'm talking about? May we go to reality. Eh? They say, remove your wig, madam. Let's talk man to man. Look around you. The pointers that if they choose not to have an election in 2023, it will not happen. There will be no election. And that is not going to be because of you not supporting Bokuwari, or because you are asking for Biafra, or you are asking for Oduduwa nation. You are this and that. It's because look around you. How do you conduct election in a war zone? Nigeria is a war zone. And like my friends once told me, they said, majority of those who are living in Nigeria, except if that bomb actually exploded in their bedroom, they probably don't even have a clue how many people Nigeria is burying, dying needlessly every day since this APC came to power. They said they have no access to information. And since they don't have access to information, how do you want them to react to something they have no clue about until it happens in their bedroom? So why should you participate in an election that you are not even sure is going to hold? You have 6 regions, 6 geopolitical zones in their Fulani redrawn map of Nigeria, segregating families, segregating tribes in what they called state creation. Nobody sat anywhere and came to an agreement and said, we agreed to be divided into states. It was through the power and the barrel of guns that they started dividing us. And they started dividing us on purpose in order to make sure that we are never, ever going to find a common ground and come together and break ourselves away from this contraption. So they did that deliberately. They separated us, divided us into what it is now. So you have 6 geopolitical zones. You have the northeast, northwest, north central. You have the southeast, you have the southwest, and you have what they call the south-south. 6 geopolitical zones. 6 geopolitical zones. In these 6 geopolitical zones, when you begin to look at it, let's start from the northeast. The entire northeast has been overrun by the terrorists. The entire north central has been overrun by these terrorists. Benue, Jos, Kwara, all those places, they have been overrun by, Taraba and the rest, they have been overrun by terrorists, yeah? If you go to the northwest, Sokoto and the rest of them, Katsina and others, they have been overrun by the terrorists, right? Kidnapping, killing, bombing, and train attack, plane attack, road attack, and the rest of that are synonymous with them in that part, because terrorists have what? They've taken over the entire place. Then you come to southwest, you go to southeast, you go to the south-south, as they say, the Fulani terrorists, and some other, you see this issue of those 80% of your crude oil being stolen. That is happening in Niger Delta. No be Niger Delta people, they steal the money. Oh. You know those stealing the money? Who's stealing the crude oil? The same government of Nigeria. Because you can't, you can't steal crude oil in jerry cans. We are talking about everyday loading of crude oil into a batch of ship. The batch of ships, right, that come in to load tons and tons and tons and tons of your crude oil every day. And they are being guided, protected by your Nigeria, what is it they call them? Nigeria Navy. Shina Navy, they call them. These guys, where they do patrol for sea. Abi? They are the ones who guide all those ships who came to steal your crude oil. They, who come to take the crude oil for them to Niger Republic. Yeah, that's what happened. So in Southwest, the Fulani terrorists are making our life a hell, and our criminal politicians are what? they are shielding them and then, burying this. In one of those, for you to know that this is no joke, right? Look at these people. They have been chased away from their homes in Ogun State. Yewa North, Yewa South, local government areas of Ogun State, they are the epicenter of Fulani terrorism in Yoruba land, especially in that part of Yoruba land. Then if you begin to go to Shaki, if you begin to go to Ayete, Igogon in Oyo State, that's also another terrible, horrible story. These ones were chased away from their homes, from Yewa in Ogun State to Pobe in Benin Republic as refugees.
Yeah. Due to that crisis, Fulani crisis that was occurred at our country, that's the reason why we migrated to this place. We are forcefully migrated to this place due to that.
By force.
By force. It's not by willingness.
Women. Oh, man or women. How much are us, man or women?
Only you.
Are dying here.
Both the women and men migrated from that area to this.
No.
And
How
then
much?
people died.
But say how many people they killed there?
Okay.
Yeah.
There are few many people. But that our many people. Many people have lost their lives. Many people have lost People are still migrating because of that. At Modudu and all other areas.
What happened there?
It's because of the Fulani crisis.
Who can,
Fulani, they are killing the people anyhow.
they are killing the people.
Anyhow, they will move from any village, from one village to another. They will migrate from one place to another.
And
They just keep people. That's the reason why the people are scared. They move down to the
More than 50,000 Yorubas. People from my own state, so they are these people, the people you just watched, they are from my own state, Ogun State, Yewa people. And that's exactly the story. But you will never see that video on any of these Yoruba TV channels in Yoruba land. You will never hear this news on any of the Yoruba TV in Yoruba land. The Yoruba media. They never talk about these things. They deliberately blank them out. Over 50,000 people have become refugees in another country. And it is a no-go area. Don't talk about it. Forget, no. This was last year, January 2021. And to this day, more people have joined them in all those small settlements, small villages in Yewa. So do you now understand where people like myself will never respect Tifnumbu, no matter how much the ass lickers, crumb eaters, crumb chasers, the obedient fools, the sophisticated morons, the umbued slaves, no matter how much or how many times they foam in their mouth, trying to blackmail me or blackmail us, that we have no respect for rogues. How could you respect rogues who have no respect for you? He never spoke about this because for political survival, political reward, political compensation, they decided to be mute on the sufferings of the Yorubas and many Yorubas. Therefore, don't believe that all these things are happening. Do you understand that damages? When people self-destruct, when people live out of a different reality, a reality that could get them killed anytime, anyway, and it is caused by rogues who knows the danger, but they cannot talk about it. But they still want to present themselves as your leaders. We are your leaders. Leaders. People are dying. And they ensure that the story the news, the coverage is completely buried. And you want people like me to now come here and start talking about I'm a Yoruba man. I'm a Yoruba man. I have to support my fellow Yoruba. Any kure leyo kokan. Ẹ̀yin olórí burúkú ọmọ àlè ilẹ̀ Yorùbá. Fi ọ̀rọ̀ lóra ẹ wò, fi abẹ́rẹ́ yẹn gún ara ẹ wò. Look at those children. They have now experienced refugee status in another country, even their country. You know, it's only when you are at war that you become refugee. Abi? If you are fighting war, then you are running away from war, you become refugee in another place. Abi? But these children, their government, your leaders, APC, Egbekegbe, in Yoruba land, PDP, people destroying people in Yoruba land, your religious leaders and all those people you said we should be respecting because they are Yorubas. Any kurele nkansi. Anybody sọ fún mi ngba ẹ wo lórí burúkú tó bá wá sórí program mi tó sọ fún mi wípé ọmọ Yorùbá kan ò kí ń rí àgbàlagbà fín nítorí nǹkan tí mo sọ ń pa ti Tinubu àti àwọn lórí burúkú tẹ́ ń pè leaders tẹ́yìn tí gbogbo yín ní identify as leaders yẹn lórí burúkú yẹn mo sọ ìwọ tó bá wá bí tó bá wá sọ fún mi wípé kí wọ́n respect àwọn elders yìí òfò ló máa ṣe tọmọtọmọ tírántírán no apologies. Ìwọ tó bá sọ fún mi wípé mi ò ní láti ṣépè fún wọn Maiyegun ò ní láti ṣépè, you don't need to curse them, Maiyegun continue, òfò ni wọ́n náà máa ṣe. Do you understand what that means? It simply means that you cannot continue to use narratives that underplay or downplay the danger that is consuming lives of the people because it hasn't taken yours. So they said, where is Tinubu now? Have you ever heard anything from him? Have you? What about the Yoruba governors? What about other rogues who are pretending to be for Yoruba land, but they are watching? So when you say you want to now participate in an election, which election? Over which people? In Niger, in Kebbi, in Sokoto, in Katsina, where Boko Haram comes from, Taraba, Benue, Yobe, Adamawa, all these places. So you have more than 10 million internally displaced people, refugee, caused by Fulani terrorists. Don't let anybody change the narrative. Don't let them change anything like that. And when we are mentioning them, we should also mention their associates. Did you understand? Anybody sokwe, Maiyegun, you don't need all of that. Oh, Nikuri, and don't bother watching me again, okay? Because you know, I'm a gentleman now. Don't let all of this. Don't let them deceive you. Sure, you get me now. Me self, no be gentleman, and I'm not here. I'm not actually here for your validation, so to say. But I'm just reminding you, this is why people like us said, the rogues who are supposed to speak for us, stand up for us, they chose to silence us, to keep us shut, so that their own access to their feeding bottle and the rest of them, will continue to be in a very, very much perfect state, like, unchallenged, status quo, they call it. One weary even came and said, I have never seen anywhere a Yoruba man is so, which kind of word did he use? So he said, I have never seen a Yoruba man who hates his people so much that Igbos don't criticize their leaders. Fulani Hausa don't criticize their leaders publicly. It is only this Maiyegun that we always come here. Oh, Nikure, if you are watching me. Deliver, specifically message now you get on. Ati wo, ati Tinubu, ati gbogbo àwọn olórí burúkú tí wọ́n ní chance láti sọ̀rọ̀ nípa nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ nílẹ̀ Yorùbá, tí wọ́n wà ní position láti actually really fight fún nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ nílẹ̀ Yorùbá. But to choose láti má ṣe anything. To collaborate pẹ̀lú àwọn olórí burúkú tó ń pa wá, tó ń jí wa gbé. Tí wọ́n ọmọ òfò, ọmọ àdánù, bàbá òfò, bàbá àyà, ẹ̀yin ìyá òṣì, ìyá àyà. To wá fẹ́ try láti blackmail mi with wípé ọmọ Yorùbá ni mi, ọmọ Yorùbá ò gbọdọ̀ máa ní kúre, òfò ló máa ṣe. Shami, say amen to that. One way came to me and he said that he's never seen a Yoruba man criticizing another Yoruba. I said, which Yoruba am I criticizing? They said, you see, all these northerners, they don't say anything about their leaders. Ati what? I want northerners to say they are not saying something about their leaders, eh? Nikure say, oh, get Shami, go to Adrami. Our people are dying. We are exposing that. We expect those who claim to be currently leading in any capacity in Yoruba land to put their own foot on ground and push for the defense of Yoruba land without any of this political coloration and the rest. So now I want to eat your cake and still have it. Maybe so they walk. Baba Deboye said, are you sure? Some of you want to kill yourself for 2023. But are you sure?
This is 2021. Some people are already getting ready to kill themselves over 2023. And they don't even know whether there will be 2023. They don't even know if there is 2023, whether they will still be around. There's nobody here who can say for sure that we will still be around by tomorrow. Nobody. It is God who determines who will still be around by 2023. Somebody said to me, sir, who do you think should be president in 2023? I said, president of where? He said, president of Nigeria. How are you sure there will be Nigeria in 2023? How are you sure? Can you swear? I pray there will be, so don't misquote me.
But are you sure? So the point I'm making here is this. Me, I'm taking the messenger away. I'm dealing with the message. Sometimes, the information that we just freely given like this. Oh, you know that, you know this, and it's just like so freely given. It doesn't, it kind of makes it kind of ordinary. But you see, when messages like that, what do they call them? Cryptic messages. Is that what you call it? Code messages or cryptic messages or something like that? Where a man can say a lot of things, but without saying a lot of things. Do you get that now? Or a man like that, when he said, look around you, there is war already. It can only get worse. As you move to this election or no, it's going to get worse. So rather than preparing to go and validate any fraudulent election anywhere, why don't you join Biafra struggle? Why don't you join Yoruba Nation? Adeboye won't tell you to do that, will he? So if election that they are all gearing towards, that they want to, election, if it's not going to hold, shouldn't you save your energy for something that will work? Because this contraption is never going to work. You see, every time they feel like there is a reprieve, there's Nigeria at the edge of the cliff, and it's about to tip over. And then something happened, they pull it back. Oh, they say, oh, that's a reprieve. It's better now. Let's see. No, it's never better. It is just like a kicking the can down the road. It is eventually going to break. Trust me, it is eventually going to break. Why not dissipate energy on that now, from now? And then you have something to say. You have something to say. I have not lost it all. Nigeria did not end me. If Nigeria never ends you, it's because you are working to end Nigeria. Break it up to save lives. The sham, the fraud is so obvious, transparent, clear, like a crystal. It's never going to work. No, it's never going to work. How many of you remember when they said that they have discovered oil in northern Nigeria? Do you remember that? Aha. It's all fraud. Because as we speak, northern Nigeria, the terrorist zone of Nigeria, a terrorist headquarter of Nigeria, nobody want to do business there for you, except the business of supplying guns and every other thing that the terrorists and their other business partners need. Because according to El Rufaya of Kaduna, this Kaduna that they have now choked down, they have isolated according to Baba Adeboye. El Rufaya of Kaduna said, the bandits, as they call them, the terrorists, they are far, 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 far better than Nnamdi Kanu, than Igbo, because the terrorists are not planning to break up Nigeria. They are just doing business. So who's going to invest there? For real, who's going to go there and invest? But Nigeria, the southern Nigeria has the money, the resources they can steal, loot, and all that. And they can still find some money to fund their jihad in northern Nigeria. So they discover oil. We found oil. Oh, that's a great news. Maybe now Nigeria can begin the process of breaking up. So that now that they have found oil in 2 states, according to them, that's a starter. It means there is actually oil in the deserts. So why is delay? Why do you still have to send down your Fulani terrorists down south? Why do we have to continue to bleed innocent people to death and all of that? Why don't you just let's go? But they are not done with you. Trust me. You know what they did? They have now included some northern states in what they called oil-producing states. Oil-producing states. Let me tell you the story. In Nigeria, they always say Nigeria get oil, Nigeria get oil, Nigeria no get oil. Or let me say, well, Nigeria no own the oil. The oil is owned by the retired generals and some powerfully connected emirs. Okay? Those are the people who owns the oil in Nigeria. So what they do is that every 10 years, yeah, the owners of the oil, they renew the license of those they give the job to. They don't have any business in oil business, okay? The owners of the oil in Nigeria. And majority of them, they are not from Niger Delta, where the oil is coming from. So what they do is that they share this oil allocation among themselves, family, from one family to the other. You know, this family may own this oil well this past decade. Next decade, they will give it to another family among themselves. And, you know, blah, 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 like that. So then they take royalty, they give share to Nigeria, they keep the rest. But it's like that's not working anymore. So they went straight fully into bunkery. Then let's just carry the oil, Jerry. You know, don't account for it. Let's just pump the oil and take and go and make your money like that. So they take the money, they take the oil, they sell it, they take your tax, they share it, and they put everything in a jar, and then they share it to all these Islamic jihadist states in Nigeria, who would then in return share the money with their terrorist brothers from the Sahel who are harmed. So now they have included these northern states. I think it's Bauchi, and one other state. They are now oil-producing states, just like the people of Niger Delta. So every time they sell oil in Niger Delta now, when they share the money as they share the money, after removing the 13% derivation cuts for the oil-producing states, they are going to give 2 northern states 13% extra on their own monthly allocation. And that's the fraud of Nigeria that we are talking about. So tell me, how long do you think this is going to last? Lagos State has oil, onshore, offshore oil deposits. Ogun State has abundant oil deposit and abundant liquid natural gas deposit, right? Ondo State is already part of the state they are already drilling from. Ondo State has the huge deposit of this same crude and everything that comes with it, right? Now, if you take 3 states in Yoruba land and you put them in position of a Bayelsa, Delta, and there may be, Bayelsa, Rivers, and let's say maybe Cross River states. Is Cross River part of them? I don't think so. But anyway, and then you realize, and then you found out that the oil they are drilling in Lagos, the gas and the oil they are drilling in Ogun State, and every drop of oil that is being drilled in Ondo, yeah, they are actually not owned by anybody in Yoruba land, just like we have in Niger Delta today, yeah. So tell me, and then they are like to add salt to injury, yeah. They are now probably going to now take from your money and give it to the desert place where they said they have discovered oil, but they have not pumped a drop of it for the past 1 year when they made that announcement. But guess what? The states are going to begin to receive the 13% now. So tell me how that's going to last. Tell me. When majority begin to get the facts, when they begin to compare the figure, the numbers, tell me how this contraption is going to last. So when they tell you they are trying to find a solution, we found a solution temporarily or whatever, it is like kicking the can down the road. Are you with me? Kicking the can down the road. You will eventually catch up and pick it up. And when you pick it up, you're going to agree then it should be broken up into pieces. Chidozie, thank you very much for your super chat. So tell them to listen to Simon Ekpa and MNK. In the East, we have a PhD in calling out our slave trading elite. Nigeria, designed to make a mockery of the black man's intellect and in perpetuity. Thank you, brother. So, yeah. Now, right before your very eyes, so if there's anything to get you really upset, so to say, it should be the unfair and unequal arrangement they call Nigeria. It is a slap. In fact, it's a punch in the face if you actually pay attention very well. And this is where we are. For those who knows how we got here, it is a good thing to see that those who always probably advise that we should pray, be patient. God is this. God will choose. God choose your leaders. Now, all these narratives or all these sayings are no longer making sense to reasonable and sane people. You don't tell them that God chooses leaders. On this platform, we have managed to clear that area. We said, if they tell you that God is the one choosing leaders, ask yourselves, should God hate you? From 1960, you have never had a chance of having one single good leader. Never, as a country. Then one pastor will tell you that his own Bible told him that it is God that always chooses leaders. And then, yes, it is God that always one imam will be telling you that it is Allah that chooses leaders. And Allah says you must not question your leader. Have you never thought of that? So God hated you. Even if not sin. From 1960 to 2022, 62 years. Baba, you're supposed to slap any mad person. Wait till you say God, they choose leader. So who can't they choose the leaders in Nigeria? Now God too? Now God choose all those criminals? Of course, it's not any God anywhere. So it is on this platform. So if we now hear pastors telling their congregation that, listen, don't pass us, you don't touch everybody. The offering jar don't they lean, the tithe we will not they pay, not to they complete anymore. What's happen, brethren? What's happen? Say, Baba, we don't lose our jobs. We just manage. That last tithe we will pay. Now borrow, I just didn't tell you. I don't even tell my family so I don't lose my job. I just want me God surprise me. But Baba, I don't pay. I don't wait. God no surprise me. Now people come to question their own God. Now Baba Gio, Mama Gio, and everybody is now saying, oh boy, wait. The reason why you are poor is not because you are a sinner. It is because Bokwari, fake Pastor Ruga, and APC, they brought poverty upon you. and it is deliberate. No be your sin. That's what I want them to be saying. They should leave the rest for us. So once they manage to disabuse the mind of the people of all the lies and manipulation and all those spiritual, my brother, there is a spiritual thing you don't understand in the spirit world. Baba, leave me. See, leave spirit world. When we get to spirit world, we go to talk there. For now, we do real world. When they use spirit world, they deviate. You don't know how spirit. Alaye, I'm a Jao. Oh, no fight. Oh, that's the way I talk. I say, Baba, no try with me. Oh, don't try that thing with me. Don't try it. I say, but I'm just saying, Maiyegun, you don't know everything. Listen to what I'm telling you in the spirit. I say, may you stop all this jaku spirit word. I did here that they pay bill for spirit word. People they pay house rent for spirit word. Or people they get kidnapped in the spirit world. I beg, Baba, no fight. We'll face this thing. Come out your spirit there. Come out your God for there. We'll face this rogue. We know their names. We know their identity. We know their faces. We know their family. We know who they are. Not they use that kind of thing. Because if you think well, if Nigeria leaders are given to you by God, then God definitely must actually hate you. That one no be blasphemy. You they pray, you they do this. We get everybody. We say SU. Before I turned 17, I became born again 3 times in 3 different churches. I read the Quran, but I didn't finish. I was there in the mosque as a very responsible boy. Where they call Kama. They say, "Oh yeah, go and call the Kama. Hello, big Kama. Allahu Akbar, Allah." You know all that stuff. I was doing everything in the line of God. If I am still in Nigeria, maybe last now, this roadside pastor I will be. You need to change your way. This world is coming to an end. Now, poor man, world always they come to an end. Poor man. Why you no go come to an end? The world is going to end in 2025. The poor man will start saying, you see, all your money, everything is a waste. All this life is vanity, which is true. Life is vanity. All this, I want to buy a car. I want to, if it take you heaven. And remember, God loved the poor. You see, the world is going to end in 2025. Meanwhile, people, they plan how to invest for the ahead of 2025, 2030, 2050, 2070. People don't they plan investment. Poor man, they remember, say, make this world just end. See that one, he get private jet. See this one, he get, why people get so much money? And some people don't even get anything. See, my brother, that's life, oh. But all this, not go matter for heaven. Not true, Sha. Not true. It not go matter for heaven. Baba, they think of heaven. And they say, oh, the world go end next year. The world is going to end next year. Baba, now when I did Nigeria, and now when I leave Nigeria, I can't realize, say, Nigeria shewa. Nigeria shemi o, mo si fe gba ẹ̀san lọ́wọ́ wọn. Sorry if you don't understand Yoruba. Nigeria shewa o, a si fe gba ẹ̀san ní tàwa. They destroyed us. And it could have been worse. It could have been worse. Chidozie Baba, thank you very much once again. I'm going to read your super chats because that's what I'm told to do. I say, well, you just have to acknowledge that. And that's the right thing. So give me a sec. Oh, I need to refill my tea. Thank you. Nigeria, a forced marriage of irreconcilable world views, aka value system, but a unifying world in a prerequisite for nationhood. No be juju be that. So, for those who have strong faith in God and they have their faith and it's so good, I love people who have faith. I love them. You know, don't tell them that it is their sin. Don't tell them that God chooses leaders. It is manipulative. That's when we begin to question religion. That's manipulative. Talking about political leaders or any leader of a country, God is not God that selects them. Now you and the system, they select them. Do you understand? And when you look at it very well, the system of Nigeria, how your leaders emerged, it is a shame for anybody to tell you that they emerged because God chose them. Now, manipulative technique. So it's not working on us anymore, especially on MaiyegunsDiary Politico. And that's the spirit. That's the spirit. So when we heard them speak to their congregation, without lying to them as usual, even though if they have to add a small jara, but we made them talk calm, made them still talk calm.
It is imperative now, before I go to my message, that every believer, online and offline, you must get your PVC. Hallelujah. You hear what I'm saying? Third, he must never have been associated with terrorism in any remote shape or form. A sponsor, complicit, tacit supporter must never have been, regardless of what tribe. And we don't really care which tribe the next leader should come. But because of so much regionalism, it is important now that all indigenous Nigerians whose ethnicity is properly indigenous must come together to ensure that non-indigenous Nigerians do not hold the levers of power to ransom. Otherwise, I do not think Nigeria will get to 2024 in one piece. We're seeing migration in trailer loads of people who look like they come from the Maghreb, all into the Southwest. I can't speak for the Southeast or the South-South. The intel I have is about the Southwest. And we cannot sit by and let others take our fatherland and subject us with impunity in every area of our national life, whether it's our socio-economics, our rights to benefits as Nigerian citizens, and then subject us to becoming second, third class citizens. It's not going to go. And I do believe that when we have a good president, he will also be associated with good men and women in a large pool of people from all across the country who can fill the cabinet. So that when you have a minister of justice who is also attorney general, I don't believe the two offices should be together, that you have a person who has the cadre of mind like a Lord Denning. You understand? Who understands that without justice, there can be no genuine peace. Because peace is not the absence of tension, it is the presence of justice. Our justice system is in total tatters. The judiciary, the law enforcement, the entire system.
Oh God, you. Pastor Adefarati. She waiting the pastor they talk different from waiting all of you know from here. But he's also speaking in codes. Some people from Maghreb, some people in power, allowing some people from, bring people in to come and take over our farmland. We want to turn us into third-class citizens. They are disguising. We go touch everybody. That's why they say, Gbogbo wa ńkọ́ la máa jẹ breakfast.
Oh, gbogbo la máa jẹ breakfast. Àsìkò tó ní kálukú máa jẹ tiẹ̀ ọ̀tọ̀ọ̀tọ̀ ni. Summa billah.
Shey you get? But you can tell. He couldn't say Fulani terrorist. But But then they come out of their shell, small. Some of them are still talking about election. You see, his own is like, I don't think Nigeria is going to last till 2024. Baba Debo said, are you sure Nigeria is going to exist till 2023? na code do make the thing just is a pinch everybody like that, you know, like that, you know. It go touch everybody, you know. It will touch everybody. And for those who don't know, right? Well, Nigeria, everything. Here you get Igboro ti propoye, Igboro ti krokoye. Let me hear that again. Igboro ti krokoye, everybody's propoye. Everything ti daru, everybody will find yourself wherever you. And there are those who believe that in this course as well, you will never. There are so many of us who knows that Nigeria is a contraption, right? It's just living on a borrowed time. Some are believing that maybe if they get a new leader, a new leader, a new president that can unite people, blah, 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 then maybe Nigeria, you know, can still come together and be saved. Oh, I am powerful. Some of us have chosen the battle of, the battle of staying on our own, pushing it forward, pressing it forward until we are no longer in the same coexistence with people that will come in and influence what actually affects us directly, and we will have no say in that. Listen, we will never betray our nation.
Betrayer is always betrayer. Emi o ṣe betrayer. Mo re ni betrayer taye ma fi pare.
That is the message. If you are a Biafran, if you are a Yoruba Nation supporter, if you are a revolution now, the course you have chosen is better than the charade they are selling you. The hopeless charade of one Nigeria they are selling you. Every time you wake up, every time you look around, even when they tell you that you're not doing well, tell yourself, you see this faith that you have taken, this battle you have taken, you shall never betray it.
Betrayer is always betrayer. Emi o ṣe betrayer. Mo re ni betrayer taye ma fi pare.
Here you go.
You get it? Okay. If you don't get it, forget about it.
So I've said that about the fraud they are putting together. I think I should just remind you of those who have managed at the same time, just to put credit to what you all know just before now. I just love the fact that they have gotten to a point whereby it could suggest, why don't we just shut down this nonsense?
For our nation, we must look for foreign support to save this nation. This is my position, Mr. President. We must rise to it. They are killing people in the east, in the west, in the south, in the north. We should shut down the National Assembly. Let's shut down. If we cannot save this country, we stay in our homes. Our country is bleeding. People are in poverty. There's no food. People are hungry. Insecurity is threatening us. We cannot pretend. It's better we're not here than to not see that here. People are dying every day.
Shey, wetin that man they do there is different from what I'm doing here. You know, different. He's a blogger inside the Senate building. So just, you know, that's what it be. We shut this thing down. They are killing our people. And the guy is from Kogi. That man, Adeyemi smart. We know smart. Bello is the governor of Adeyemi Smart, or Adeyemi Tio Smart. I love the drama. We need to save this country. We need a story. Yeye Bello is also working to make 20 millionaires if he becomes president. You know, Yeye Bello wants to be president of Nigeria. That's the joke. The joke is on you. And they said the joke write themselves. The jokes write themselves. Because Nigeria is a joke. But now one thing where I caught from that actually shocked me. But it not to shock me because the current of that shock, it was too strong. I am not really surprised, but I won't lie, it shocked me. Afusa Abiola, Afusa Costello Abiola, Abiola's daughter is Yeye Bello's presidential campaign DG. On that, you know, the job where we say na Femi Foni Kayode won't collect them. my brother, my friend, Femi Foni Kayode. He's been there, and just like the dog on a leash, and our owner or its owner, well, surprisingly, they just brought in Abiola's daughter to come and become the DG for Yeye Bello, President Yeye Bello of Kogi. But what caught my attention, what really shocked me, where they tell you, they say, it no reach 24 hours. Hafusa throw him papa under the bus. Because the moment they cook for Femi Foni Kayode in Kogi, and then they, according to them, they said they put small change in his pocket and they guarantee they're going to get pocket money. Since then, Femi Foni Kayode, former minister, became the lapdog of NURTW potential chairman in the future, Yeye Bello of Kogi. He became his spokesperson. He started telling us about how Yeye Bello has turned Kogi. He be Omada. And then when I started saying, the next thing my friend said, Maiyegun panu ede. Is this saying shakpa na your mate? I said, but no be say we want say these people they hungry. He say, Maiyegun panu ede say shakpa je mate any. People where they hungry, they don't used to people were never too hungry before. They don't the simple, they don't the see and say hunger they come under the hunger they come. People will get money don't they do loshio under Bokwa. Anywhere where you see Baba shop. So you want them to wait to be hungry before they can start appearing that they are hungry. Baba, Maiyegun panu ede. I say juju. I said, but I'm so surprised. I said, Maiyegun, don't pretend, don't be surprised. I said, Abiola daughter, 24 hours, and he throw his papa under the bus. Within 24 hours, so Abiola daughter, DG Yeye Bello. He said, Yeye Bello, if you see Yeye Bello like this, the Yeye Bello of Kogi, if you see him like this, as governor, he represented everything where Abiola won't come to us for Hope 93. And Tiafusa, Eshele Yiton, Eju Abiola sabe boss, Tori Yeye Bello. Oma sheru efun yin. Kota won yokoso ni yan. If you understand Yoruba, your pikin go do this one to yourself, Afusa. Kilode, Yeye. Afusa, Abiola's daughter, said, all of the thing we all of you missed, the best president Nigeria never had. Abiola could have changed Nigeria. Abiola is the best. They killed Abiola for God's sake. Even Abiola, Madam Abiola Onitiri. Those are the people who are still using the legacy of MKO Abiola. You see all those legacy, everything. Afusa just threw everything under the bus. Once, the moment she compared Abiola, MKO Abiola, with Yeye Bello. And you know, say my friends know too well. We know too well. They say, Maiyegun, forget money, forget anything. You sabi Abiola more than his own children or his family. Is Abiola not friends with all these criminals who destroyed Nigeria? Did Abiola himself not join them in destroying Nigeria? Shebi na ikuloko ikofi kubolaje Abiola so ikubola shirini. Kò sọ̀rọ̀ táwa ò lè sọ tó bá bí ẹnu ò lè la orí ẹ̀ mọ́ TV ẹ̀ ń bẹ̀ yẹn sìn. I don't give a damn about that. Just telling you. Abiola pẹ̀lú àwọn tó bà Nàìjíríà jẹ́. Yes. So tí gbogbo àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ bá di jákujàku rádaràda tẹ̀ ń rí sìn yẹn náà. Ìyẹn àwọn tó ti di rádaràda ká dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ àwọn ìyàwó ẹ̀ tàbí ìyàwó Abiola tó tọ́jú àwọn ọmọ tiwọn níwọ̀nba o. But Egun yẹn move everywhere. Afusa Costello is one of them. There is another one. She is also part of APC. Ẹgbẹ́kẹgbẹ́ now. Àwọn ọmọ ilé bí. Àwọn ọmọ ẹni bí ń gbà mí on their own. So they said Abiola wanted to come and atone for his own what he did when he became friends with the destroyers of Nigeria, the destroyers of Yoruba land. And he was making so much money from them as well. They made him rich. Nigeria made him rich. But somehow, I think he left his money in the hand of many of his friends who never delivered the money to his family and his children. Now his daughter, Omo Abiola campaign fún Yeye Bello of Kogi. Omo Abiola, Omo MKO, Omo billionaire. And she got on that stage and said, Yeye Bello represent everything my father wanted to do for Nigeria. Auntie Afusa. Ni kure. Shami. I don't even know if it's an auntie, because I mean, they're modern anyway. 38 years old. And every time I always see people as too old to me. I don't know why. I think I like it, Sha. I can call you auntie and still knock your head. Afusa Costello. Ish. So for the fact that we got childhood memory and work on, you know. And when we grew up, we started discovering that thank you, Jared Milade. Now, so I've been. I always believe that I'm just gonna be a boy. Every time people say that Maiyegun boy. And myself can't see myself as boy. If I see anybody, I say, hello ma, shewa okay ma. Hello sir, sir. Well, I not be boy too. I be man. But it doesn't really matter. Matter in heaven. All those things no go matter for heaven. Abi? So we dey suck am. The matter in heaven, about the heaven. Oh dear. Nigeria only heroes past. You have no heroes past. You have criminals who were never exposed or died. Because they died, they were never exposed. Do you understand that? And since nobody knew anything, they say, we wish. Now when we grew up, we started digging history. We say, yes, heroes past. Criminals past, no wonder that Nigeria is unreal. Everything that you probably will never try in any other country, they will do it in Nigeria and they will tell you it's a culture. It's so unreal. Your past heroes are mostly crooks, criminals, fanatics, sociopath, bunch of bond looters. But since they built you mosque, they donated to your church building. They constructed a mini stadium. They sponsored you to Mecca. Go send you to Medina or send you to Jerusalem. They gave you scholarship, your children's scholarship, when your education system is completely destroyed. They do all these things. And you say, let us say thank you. They rob you with one hand. Then they offer you help in the other hand. You rob Peter to pay Paul in Yoruba land. Onshemi, ongbami. Báwo la ṣe ń dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ ẹni tó ń ṣe ni, tó ń gbani. And if you put all those criminals in Yoruba land today, you can put them in this basket. Put them inside this basket. Or put all of them on this table. We'll break the table. If you see any weary that tell you that if not because of all this, if it's not because of Tifnumbu, if it's not because of Pastor this, if it's not this and that, Yorubas would have suffered. If you are very closer to them, pretend that you want to fall, okay? You lean forward. You pretend that you want to trip, you want to fall. Big batifun. Can you imagine Joshubu? You understand? I should lean forward. You got to trip, you know. She been to very shubu, but to spread your one by. So why my lawyer by? Why? Why just shubu papo? Sorry, lo ma she fe yin mejeji. Because lórí burúkú ló pọ̀ jù nínú wọn. If not because of this and that, ìyà ò bá ti jẹ Yorùbá. Ṣé ìyà ò ń jẹ Yorùbá ń sìn? Ṣé ìyà ò ń jẹ Yorùbá ń sìn? So don't let anybody talk to you that way. It is called manipulative, kind of a manipulating, technique. God chooses your leader. That's not true. No, that's not true. God chooses who lead a no, that's not true. And if you have been believing it, in order to unlearn that now, ask yourself, how come now Oluri Brukus God they give you? Now so sin rich. It's which level go self? There's nothing like that. God has no business with who become your leader or not. Okay? Just take a look at the process of how they emerged. Then you can realize that God no get any business with it. Anybody where they tell you, say, God, go and pray. We are praying to God. Baba Deboye should just come clean. God is not going to reply that text message. Forget it, Baba. He said last year, in 2019, Baba Deboye said, as at February 2019, or 2000, sorry, as at June 2018, God already picked the score and told him there will be election. Adeboye is not even asking God who is going to be president. He is asking God, share election go day. No message, no response. So they deliberately, intentionally brought in terrorists into Nigeria. Then they also intentionally shielded them this long. Now that they are like cancer that have spread, that is what is going to kill Nigeria. Okay? I don't, Koro, the insecurity that they brought to Nigeria is beyond just the Fulani terrorists. There is also economic jihad among many, many other jihad that they unleashed on Nigeria and the indigenous people of Nigeria from 2015. And they are not sparing anyone. Do you understand? You should. They brought in the terrorists. They spent your money buying weapons that terrorists will later go in there and take them away. For 7 years, with tens of thousands of people killed and 10 million people displaced. Oh, this is the part I hated most, right? No single terrorist has been arrested, prosecuted, or jailed for any of these crimes. Rather, more than 40,000 repentant terrorists and their family members have been, have been rehabilitated. What an audacity that should actually trigger you enough to say, no, I'm done. We are done. No. Enough. We are done. This is complete madness. Kaduna is isolated, shut down. Baba Adeboye is acting surprised. Meanwhile, the person who is sponsoring terrorism in northern Nigeria, who publicly confessed to that, El Rufaya of Kaduna, the Kaduna little finger, he is there giving advice to Rotifmi, Amechi, the Ubima, Judas Iscariot, how they can surveil the rail line and keep them safe from terrorists. But they have to scan jet that they spent over $500 million in purchasing, even though they withdrew $1 billion. To this day, waiting happened to the balance of money they took from the excess crude account to buy the Toscano jets, fighter jets. Nobody get the answer till date. Nobody get the answer. Over $400 million. Smooth. The Toscano jets were delivered, and they are yet to use them on Fulani terrorists that they are calling bandits. Do the math. If Baba Adeboye feels like, where is next? Baba is already happening along Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. Just like you asked, do people not read the news, or haven't they seen it in the news? Baba, have you not seen it in the news too? Now all of us be next people. Listen, yesterday's survivors, they are going to be today's victims. Today's survivors, they will be tomorrow's victims. And it is on and on and on like that. While you are waiting for the Fulani jihadist gun-trotting terrorist to knock at your door or just break into your house and throw in a bomb, there is some already bombing you. The economic jihad. What does that mean? Yes, their guns are killing. At the same time, the effect of their killings goes straight into the economic activities of every community that they have attacked. And since you have tens of thousands of all these communities who are agrarian communities, farming communities, this has snowballed into food inflation in Nigeria. Nigeria no longer produces what it can eat. It never does anyway. You always import what they eat. Now it has gone even worse. Boko Haram's government, in their effort in hiding the fraud of the intentional killings and mass killings being conducted by different commissioned terrorist groups in Nigeria, the Boko Haram's government pretended that they were investing in agriculture. How do you invest in agriculture so much money, and yet there is no security for those who are going to work on the farms? So it was all intentional, deliberate. And when the Bank of Industry and then the African Development Bank, when they released so much money to Nigerian anchor borrowers program and the rest, the farmers, many of them who got killed by terrorists, many of their farms who were destroyed, were unable to deliver on their quota or targets. But that is hidden from you, right? Many of them who lost their lives, lost their lands, or even ended up in IDP camp. Food production died. $1 billion investment in food production wasted. In order to continue the fraud again, they decided to rally around those who've managed to grow few food, rice, to show it off. A country like Nigeria, a country of 200 million people, the most populous black nation on earth, the biggest black nation on earth, the second biggest oil producer in the world, the supposed biggest economy in Africa, and on and on and on and on and all those nonsense. It's quite a shame anyway. I don't even know why I'm actually like stressing myself in this regard. But let's put it mildly. Wherever they erred is called destruction. Wherever lies they put together, it is just to destroy you. To hide their failure, they decided to display unprocessed paddy rice in the capital of Nigeria, in the open space, to show to you that they succeeded in growing rice that could not feed the people of Zamfara alone for a month, as what they have produced as a government of a country. Bag of paddy rice, unprocessed rice, displayed in the country's capital to show the success of agricultural revolution of these brainless criminals, while their terrorist brothers and sisters continue to wreak havoc all across Nigeria. So before you become a victim, sometimes many of us have been so lucky that we have MaiyegunsDiary Politico, the Temple of Truth, a place where ideas, information can always be provided for the sane mind, minds that can process them, check how much of this affects them, and react accordingly in what should be in defense of what is coming to destroy them. So we should always be thankful that we have this platform and many other platforms telling us about what is going on for us to be able to process why Nigeria is not working. It will never work. Blame no one else but yourself if Nigeria lasted this long. The longer Nigeria lasts, the shorter your opportunity to good life as a human being. They've subjected their millions to the survivor mentality. No real plan, just to survive. They just want to survive. And now that we know that hand will touch everybody, or it is already touching everybody. So when they begin to bleed, or not bleep, I'm trying to say when they begin to say, meh, meh, sure, it simply means, and don't they touch them. Whether you are rich, whether you are not so rich, powerful or powerless, religious or unreligious, young, old, connected, professional, untrained. If you don't join hands with those who have seen through the light, you are likely going to be the victim. And we will be of no use to us. It will be of no use to us when you are no longer here. Choose your battle carefully. Fighting to save Nigeria is like fighting to save your own suicide. You know, it's not like save yourself from the suicide. You're saving or protecting your own suicidal kind of, bed. If we can agree that everybody should manage their own affair, then why can't we agree that we should do it independently? So I love people who pursue justice and who fight justly. I would never support injustice. I would never actually feel comfortable around it because one day I know I may be next. But before it gets to my turn, I want to call this out. I want others to know about it. Just maybe. Not even just maybe. So confident that if we all see the danger and begin to ignore all of the destructive vices, meaningless tension and rivalries, unnecessary fights, and pull him down syndrome that is also crippling into the minds of those who are supposed to be the victim of a system that has done so much damages to us, just only if we know. So, the damnation of a country called Nigeria, a country that loses its own resources right before its eyes to its neighbor, where the current president comes from, Niger Republic. Go to bed tonight and remember that Niger Republic became the 37th state of Nigeria the moment Bukwari became your president, the moment APC, Egbekegbe, took over power, the moment that Tifnumbu, the Atole of Lagos, the Asiwaju Awon Ole, Asiwaju Awon Gbewiri, the Jaga bandit, the Jaga addict, the Jaga criminal, the Asiwaju Awon Agberu, brought upon you. Always remember that as you go to bed there tonight. They took your resources to Niger because that is where the father of Bukwari came from. Baba Onikpekpeye, Latin Niger Republic. If you don't break up Nigeria, Nigeria is going to break you into pieces. Most of this breaking of your breakdown with what Nigeria will do to you, most of them are not physical. Mostly are always psychological. It's up to you. Choose your poison well. About Deboye, don't join our club. Pastor Adefarati, don't join our club. They just don't have the liver. They don't have the courage. They don't have the anointing. Like people like us, to say it exactly the way it is. We don't get anything to lose. Nigeria has already taken everything from us. We are trying to get them back. We are trying to take it back. Okay? So therefore we can talk about the problem and we can name the criminals behind the problem. So if they are talking, one day, their anointing of saying it the way it is, it go touch them. Me, I get the anointing. That's why they call me the Baba Geo of the Temple of Truth. If they pain you, knock your head on your TV. You won't die because I want to see you here tomorrow. Okay? Knock it on your TV. And then we'll deal with it later. So the anointing here is to tell you that no color, no mago. Now waiting they cause the wala be this. But we'll deal with time. Rub them off. Get rid of it. And then, maybe, just maybe, we can get it right afterward. So, the lawyers to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they got a judgment. One of the lawyers got a judgment because he was harassed. He was harassed by the DSS, who were trying to ward and warn everybody away from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, never to represent him and all of that. The guy took them to court, and the court just awarded a paltry $5 million naira as damages against the DSS, against Nigeria for harassing the lawyer to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So, in the next few days, on the 8th of April, precisely, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is going to appear in court again. But there's something I want you to remember, okay? On that day, is only good team. They are not going to be asking for the bail of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They are going to be asking the court to throw out all the charges against him, and he should be let go. Free and fair, unconditional. There are other things they are pushing. Now that is so obvious to Soludo, Governor Soludo, who thought, or maybe, should I put it this way, who thought that the goodwill of having the election of the Anambra election that eventually got him elected as governor, he automatically owns the mandate of the Biafrans, especially those who decided to give him their votes on that day. You don't speak for them, they said. They said, no, you don't speak for us. They voluntarily want to sit at home on Mondays. Okay? Yes, there are some other miscreants who go out to intimidate, harass people and the rest. But IPOB continue to say it's not them. Because the people of Biafra land, every Monday, they said they were going to voluntarily stay at home. Those who wants to go to their shop could go to their shops. And they said when they get attacked, that is not on them. There are those who wanted to, because now that they don't protest on the streets, right? The same political class funding and sponsoring all this unknown this, unknown that, which they know them, right? That they are those sending people to attack people if they go out on sit-at-home day. Soludo probably didn't do his homework well. That even if people go out on Mondays, the effect of those that won't go will still be felt, because majority actually want to stay away until Nnamdi Kanu is released. Yes, I remember that the IPOB proper called off the sit-at-home Monday. But they said every time Nnamdi Kanu appears in court, the people will be sitting at home, whether it's a Monday, a Tuesday, a Wednesday, or any day of the week that Nnamdi Kanu goes to court, the people will sit at home. So Soludo didn't do his homework well. He probably just jumped into the fray. He thought he could just tell everybody to come out. That is not how it works. So they did the sit-at-home again today. And they are saying, all we are asking for is releasing Nnamdi Kanu unconditionally. You've hurt us. You've done us really, really bad. We haven't taken up arm to fight you. You are still hunting us down. You are still treating us like, you know what I mean? We don't want to talk to you. We don't want to have a chat. We don't want to have an agreement. Just release him. When you release him, if you want to talk to us, then talk to Nnamdi Kanu. That's their demand. So Soludo got served today. And I hope all of them who are now realizing the effect of what the sit-at-home is in eastern Nigeria and what they call the economic loss every time the people sit at home. Maybe now they will see how serious this is. To free Nnamdi Kanu is not committed any crime. Whatever the nonsense their media tells you, whatever the jagbajantis their whatever actually preaches, trust me, one day soon, like Pastor Adeboye came here to confirm that everything we've been telling you all this while, we have actually been so honest and sincere and truthful. But Nigeria won't let you take the truth because there is always these alternative lies out there that they keep pushing. Nnamdi Kanu committed no crime. He's committed none. Self-determination is not a crime. Referendum is not a war. Except once it crosses the border to Nigeria, it becomes war, death wish, and the rest of that. All of that will pass out, and we'll pass that period. What they are asking is, on the 8th of April, Nnamdi Kanu's lawyers are going to argue for his acquittal, right? Acquittal means go home, you have done nothing. Now, at this point, the political class in the eastern Nigeria, the royal fathers and the rest of them, even though people know they take it easy with you, I am somebody who always believes in diplomacy. Yes, I know you can fight, but you see all this political class and the rest of them, you better push for the release of Nnamdi Kanu, because what is still coming, in my own opinion, is going to chase many of you out of town. Trust me, it is not looking like it's the old way of doing it anymore. It seems that it is just about to get really, really, really bad for all of you, the political class in eastern Nigeria. And you see, people that are already being killed, they are already being killed illegally. They are already being kidnapped illegally. They are already being locked up in different parts of the prison all over Nigeria without trial. Don't intimidate them about what you can do if you want to deal with them. Nigeria is already dealing with them when they've done nothing wrong. Political class in the eastern Nigeria, there is no threat. There is nothing you want to say. There's nothing new you're going to do. They are already facing the worst. What they wanted from you is your real support. Identify with them. Protect them. Because what they're asking for is not war. But because what they're asking for is going to take away your film bottle, you decided to continue to look away or continue to group to kill them. Release Nnamdi Kanu unconditionally. Open the line of conversation with him on the issue of Biafra. And then you can start talking about peace. You can then, not just that, to release Nnamdi Kanu, withdraw all of your killer soldiers in eastern Nigeria, arrest and prosecute those ones who have committed serious crime, murder, genocide in eastern Nigeria. Put them on trial publicly. Let those who are their victims see them on trial. That is the beginning and the healing process we are talking about. But you can't keep Nnamdi Kanu in prison and continue to say the IPOB, the Biafrans are not listening to you. You are not listening to them. And I pray you don't figure out you don't figure this out too late. Soludo, I used to have your interview where you actually gave a press conference and you defended the IPOB. You defended their ideology. You know that they are not violent. They may talk tough. That's one thing that scares majority of those who are non-Biafrans. The Biafrans can talk tough. And when they talk, trust me, with the passion and experience of what Nigeria has done to them, you will think, indeed, they will just snuff life out of you like that. But an average Biafran is not violent that way. They are not violent to the point of want to take your life. Come on. We have lived with ourselves for so long enough that we can tell and say one or two things about ourselves. A Biafra won't take out his anger and kill you just to prove that he's angry. No. So we say this. Whatever you have been doing, and what have you in Eastern Nigeria, you need to release Nnamdi Kanu unconditionally, apologize to him, and then withdraw all your bloody criminal soldiers and DSS and the rest of all those rogues, policemen who are killing innocent people in Eastern Nigeria. Withdraw them from the East. Put them on trial, those who have killed people there. And then start the healing process of identifying with their victims and their families. Released all of the prisoners of conscience that you have locked up because they've committed no crime. So by so doing, that's when you can start talking about real peace. Or else, you can continue to enjoy the peace of the graveyard. And we will continue to pay the supreme price. Until then, I don't see this sit at home going away. Except if you just want to start killing innocent people the first month of you becoming governor. Soludo, that stand, that gra-gra, that loudmouth, trust me, IPOB will humble you. Trust me. The Biafrans, I have been an observer for the past 7 years. 7 years. I have been an observer of IPOB and their modus operandi. They will humble you. I'll leave it at that. Thank you so much, everybody, for your time tonight. I didn't take calls. I'm so sorry. But I have something I'll tell you that I will also elaborate later on in my subsequent broadcast, okay? So, brethren, I have picked up the receipt of our intervention in the welfare of Alano, Deputy Alano, and all their activities of Yoruba Nation, especially in their base currently where they are. So we have picked up their April welfare bill. So I have forwarded the 1.7 million naira just like last month. That has been paid. And thank you to all of you, to all of us for our generosity. Okay? So I will see you some other time. For now, if you are still watching, oh, come on, 2,000 people. And we're good anyway. We have 800 members, over 800 people who have dropped their offerings. Now you spent 2 hours with me on MaiyegunsDiary Politico tonight. Would you take a second to subscribe on my channel, like this video, and share it if you haven't? Because when I see you next time, we're just going to continue from where we are. I call this part 1. I'm going to do part 2. I'm going to do part 3. And I'm going to do series. So if you enjoyed this one, come on, don't be stingy. Share it with others too. And you should have a wonderful night as well. Good night.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Máyégún ti dé. Máyégún ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Máyégún ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Máyégún ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Máyégún ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Máyégún ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Máyégún ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Máyégún ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Máyégún ti dé. Ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Máyégún máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Máyégún ti dé. Pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. Máyégún máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Máyégún ti dé. Kí gómìnà kówó jẹ. Máyégún máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Máyégún ti dé. Ọlọ́pàá ti ń darí bá. Máyégún máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Máyégún ti dé. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Máyégún máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Máyégún ti dé. Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú. Máyégún máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Máyégún ti dé. ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
àní ẹ̀ súnra kì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Maiyegun ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Maiyegun ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Maiyegun ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Maiyegun ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.
wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀ oníkanṣá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o.
Maiyegun ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Maiyegun ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta.
Maiyegun ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Maiyegun ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
tẹnitẹni ọmọ Maiyegun ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́run sọ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù bọ́tà ń lé ibo níṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹ̀rùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. èèpo ọ̀bọ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti jọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ fòyà àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán wò á kàmù. Maiyegun ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Maiyegun ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì o. ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Maiyegun ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Maiyegun ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.